Welcome students. In this presentation, we are going to discuss about volume of sphere and hemisphere. Volume of sphere. The volume of sphere is the capacity it has. All the things like football and basketball are examples of the sphere which have volume. If you consider a circle and a sphere, both are round. The difference between the two shapes is that a circle is a two-dimensional shape and sphere is a three-dimensional shape, which is the reason that we can measure volume and area of a sphere. Listen, let R be the radius of a sphere, then its volume is given by V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. In our book, it is proved by one demonstration. Consider a sphere and two right circular cones of same base radius and height such that twice the radius of the sphere is equal to the height of the cone. Here, the sphere and the right circular cones have same base radius and height of this cone is equal to twice the radius. It is given. Then we can observe that the contents of two cones will exactly occupy the sphere. From this, we observe that volume of a sphere equal to 2 into volume of a cone. The diameters of sphere and cone are equal to the height of the cone. That means height is the twice the radius of the sphere and cone. Height equal to 2r. Diameter is nothing but 2 into radius. So height of the cone equal to 2 into r. Volume of cone 1 by 3 pi r square h. 2 into 1 by 3, 2 by 3 pi r square. We replace this h by 2r. So 2 2s are 4 by 3 pi r square into r cube. Volume of a sphere equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. Volume of solid hemisphere. Let r be the radius of the solid hemisphere. Then volume of hemisphere equal to half of volume of the sphere. So 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 2, we get 2 by 3 pi r cube. Half of 4 is 2. We can easily remember this formula. Volume of a solid hemisphere equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube cubic units and volume of a sphere equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube cubic units. Now let us solve some problems with this to master the concept. Seventh sum, most important 2-mark sum. If the ratio of radii of two spheres is 4:7, find the ratio of their volumes. What is given? Ratio of radii is given. Let us take radius over R1 and R2. So R1 is to R2 equal to 4:7. We have to find the volume. Usually volume is denoted by the letter V. So we take the ratios as V1 is V2. We write this ratio in fraction form. V1 by V2. What's the volume? 4 by 3 pi r cube. For V1 we substitute R1. For V2 we take R2. Here we cancel the like terms. 4 by 3 pi get cancelled. Then substitute for R1 and R2. You have to find the cube of R1 and R2. 4 4s are 16. 16 4s are 64. 7 7s are 49. 49 into 7 343. So ratio of the volume equal to 64 is 343. Eighth sum. A solid sphere and a solid hemisphere have equal total surface area. Prove that the ratio of their volume is 3√3:4. Listen carefully. What is given? Total surface area of a sphere and a hemisphere are equal. Total surface area of a sphere equal to total surface area of a hemisphere. Just recall the formula. What's the total surface area of a sphere? 4 pi r square. Hemisphere 3 pi r square. For differentiating the radius, we have to put capital R for sphere and small r for hemisphere. Just strike out the like terms. Then take this 4 to the right hand side. R square equal to 3 by 4 r square. Take the square root. R equal to root 3 by 2 r. Now we have to prove the volume is, the ratio of the volume is 3√3:4. Let us find the volume. V1 is to V2 equal to volume of sphere 4 by 3 pi r cube, volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. As usual, we write this ratio in fraction form to find the solution. But here we write as solve the problem. I think follow this method. It's very easy to you. Cancel the like terms. 3 and 3 get cancelled. Pi and pi get cancelled. See, take the cube of root 3 by 2. What happened? 4 into root 3 cube equal to 3 root 3. Multiply root 3 by 3 times, we get 3 root 3. 2 cube 8. Then for r cube is 2r cube. Cancel the terms. 4 and 8 get cancelled 2. Then this r cube and r cube get cancelled. So 3 root 3 by 2 is 2. We have to simplify 3 root 3. Simply we can multiply this 2 and 2. We get 3 root 3 is 4. For cancel this 2, we have to multiply the whole terms by 2. Or otherwise, simply we can remember that 3 root 3, these two 2's are 4. So, ratio of their volume equal to 3 root 3 is 4. Usually we write the ratio in fraction form and then simplify the terms. But here we write as it is to avoid the confusion. Try to follow this method, it's very easy to you. Example 7.21. The volume of a solid hemisphere is 29,106 cm cube. Another hemisphere whose volume is 2/3 of the above is carved out. Find the radius of the new hemisphere. Listen, what is given? Volume of a solid hemisphere equal to 29,106 cm cube. Then another hemisphere whose volume is 2/3 of the above is carved out. A new sphere is carved out from the first hemisphere. So, volume of a new hemisphere equal to 2/3 of the volume of a original hemisphere. 2/3 means 2 by 3. 2 by 3 into 29,106. Just cancel this 3 and 29,106, we get 9,702. Multiplied by 2, 19,404 centimeter cube is the volume of a new hemisphere. We have to find the radius of the new hemisphere. So, volume of a hemisphere equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube equal to 19,404. Substitute the values. 2 by 3 for pi 22 by 7 into r cube equal to 19,404. We have to find this r cube. So, take the fractions to the right hand side. It will be multiplied by its reciprocal. So, 19,404 into for 2 by 3 reciprocal 3 by 2, 22 by 7, 7 by 22. Here we have to find the cube root. For this, first find the prime factors of 19,404. It is an even number. First try with the second table. Divided by 2 we get 9,702. Again divided by 2 we get 4,851. It's an odd number. Let us try with third table. 1,617. Again 3. 539. It is not divisible by 3. So let us try the next prime number 77. 77 is divided by 7. We get 7 11s are 77. Replace this number by the prime factor. See here, this 2 and 2 get cancelled, and this 2 and 22, 11, 11 and 11 get cancelled. The remaining numbers r cube equal to 3 into 3 into 3. 7 into 7 into 7. Take the cube root. We get 3 7s are 21. So, radius of the new hemisphere equal to 21 centimeter. Read the question 1 or 2 times and try to understand the concept. Then, it's very easy to find the solution.